A lot of incidents as they come here. I think this will be the green flag. And here they go. Green flag is out. Lap 1 of the Daytona 250. Creasem on the outside, numbers on the inside. Now we see them too wide, but they're already trying to file down. Down to one groove down there.
Well, 3 guys stuck outside though.
Yeah, and they lost a ton of spots. And now the outside line's going to get a couple more cars as Zane DeTrain and Joel Musa come up. And Creasem's going to start working those lines, I think. Gets a big run on the high side, big bump from Zane DeTrain. Gabe actually, no numbers, just kind of got abandoned, and now they're wrecking at the back. And good save there. They all held on to it, so they'll stay green.
Bunch of cars working up there together.
And car sideways down there. It's 8K Isaiah, and he's going to go sideways. Yeah, big wreck there, upside down, unfortunately. But Commander Remy's going to bring him to the restart zone for the green flag. He's got a pretty big lead on Blackstone Warden there. I wonder if Blackstone's going to go run coming into 1. Green flag is out. Everybody's single file. Nobody fans out in the tri-oval quite yet. Everybody just tucking into line. But the single file restarts, I feel like they're almost more likely to, fan out multiple cars wide because it's advantageous to take your run if you're single file like that. And Blackstone Warden loses a couple spots there. He slid up out of the groove.
Yeah, he'll get a good file in. Choke left him a good little gap to get in.
Looks like he got it back going again. I don't think he's even going to lose the draft. That was certainly sketchy. Joel Musa actually went outside during all of that. He's got good square pushing him. Remy on the inside with 8K Isaiah to push. And you see the outside line broke up there because they weren't organized enough.
Yeah.
That's the thing with forming an outside line. If everything else is equal and both lines have the same amount of cars, the inside line will be better. So the outside line has to make up for that. It's to compensate with better organization or better timing or something,
Or more cars.
More cars, exactly, because the inside line will always have a shorter way around the racetrack.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, with only 21 laps into this race, entirely surprisingly, these guys are...
Shulk gonna tap off the front left quarter panel of Zane.
I don't know what that was. It says it was bumper lock. But
well, now they've got a draft buddy back there. Rona got.
I think those guys will probably be just fine. There's going to be another caution at some point during this deal. They'll be able to get back into this pack, but that is certainly unfortunate for them. Yeah, when you pit, you go a lap down when you blow an engine as well.
Yeah.
So. And the outside line is starting to organize back there. You see BNC General. That's Chris Paul with Joel Musa pushing him. Wonder if those two can actually get something going out there on the outside line. We were told the outside line to be a bit more alive during this race, and it certainly has been. We see some passes out there.
Yeah,
5 cars on the outside, 4 on the inside. If Good Square gets up to Zane, the inside line's going to have some real problems.
Yeah, that's 5 against 4. We were talking about the more cars you have on the outside, the better.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, and 8K Isaiah gets knocked out of the groove there by Creasem. And now the outside line coming with a big run. Remy blocks. BNC General Chris Paul nearly wrecked. That was very scary. He was about an inch away from causing the big one there. But this whole front 9-car group, 3 wide for the lead now. Chris Paul in the middle, Creasem on the inside, Remy on the outside, just losing ground. He's going to try and file into line. He can't quite get in. Zane DeTrain and Joel Musa do not let him in line. He's going to go all the way to the back as Creasem takes the lead. Chris Paul with a big run on the outside, though, by Joel Musa. Now, this racing right here, are these guys getting aggressive too early?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's a good assumption. I mean, they are getting very aggressive. I mean, we got two lanes, got the outside and the inside, and they're just trying to pass each other. And personally, I would be going single file instead of 2 wide. I mean, it's a good way to wreck.
Yeah. The thing is, going single file is it's not as interesting to watch, but it's a lot safer, and it gets you to the the nitty gritty of the race, the pit strategy, a lot quicker.
Yeah.
And right now, I don't think anyone's saving fuel. I'm watching these guys throttle. They are on that W key all the way around the track.
Oh yeah.
Or the trigger if they're using a controller. But come on, use controller.
Yeah, honestly.
And it gets us, to that pit strategy, and that's where the real nitty gritty of this race is. At the end. Oh no, Remy around.
A little hook there. He's still going backwards.
He's still going. Oh, gets the air underneath the car and saves it. Wow.
That was amazing.
5th. That was pretty quick turnaround there. here on lap 28. Good Square goes up high. NASCAR is MK. The most interesting story this weekend is that 83 car. And right now, oh no, we got some smoke. And they saved
They're going to hold on to it, yeah.
They held on to that. But yeah, someone in chat was asking if they're running slower. Yeah, they are running slower today than they were the other day. But that is to, I guess, make things race a little bit better.
Remy kind of dived below the yellow there, though.
NASCAR's MK also did, but I think he was forced. They're 3 wide in the middle of the pack. A little bit early to be doing that, and Blackstone Warden really squeezing Zane. He actually shoves him below the line again. But we're 3 wide, and look at Kreesum. He's just so far ahead of everyone right now. Here comes the outside line there. Here comes Chris Bald Paul sending it into the corner. You don't want to get too far in front because then everybody runs up on you, you know? So.
Yeah, they'll get a good run if you're too far ahead. Blow right by you.
And right there, he could barely block that run. Now, at this point in the race, what are your thoughts on like pit strategy? Because we're supposed to be pitting between lap 57 and 70, but do you think that because of those early cautions, they can push it further on?
Well, with all these cautions, people in the back.
No! Oh, that's not good. And they're still smoking, but looks like everyone's going to hang on to it. I think that was just a bad bump right there.
Yeah.
Came at a bad time. But get back to what you're saying. Sorry.
Yeah, no. What happens, happens. Good Square, though. I was going to say, with pit strategy, with all these cautions, you know, if you're in the back, like Good Square is right now, and there's a caution, you're going to pit. I mean, there's no point not to pit if you're in the very back. So guys like that, who are in the very back and pit, on later laps like this one, they're not going to have to pit.
Yep, and there goes Remy again, up and over this time they ain't saving it. That's 2 cars involved, 3 cars. Caution is out. Remy with another flip here today at Daytona. That is the 4th caution and 4th flip.
He went
tumbling. That was a lot of cars. That was almost the big one. That was pretty big right there.
Well, see, that's hard because with how much everything gets jumbled, it is almost impossible to stay with your teammates.
I mean, we saw that in the duels yesterday as a green flag comes out, NASCAR's MK leading. But, yeah, that's very interesting there. And Sleesher and Remy can now work together because they are, you know, on the same team. Same with Icot Rona. So that's 3 cars right there. They're on Extreme Motorsports. Might be able to link up and try and win this race. They have been very strong all the way through the speed weeks, and I would expect them to continue that here. As everybody kind of shelves up to the high side, Remy nearly got turned by 8K Isaiah. He's trying to get into line somewhere. Inside line lets off for him. That's the 3 team cars linking up there at the back. See that?
I was about to say something about it.
That's 3 14 cars getting back in line there for Extreme Motorsports. So.
Yeah, they're going to be looking to work together right here.
I feel like now's the time of the race when you guys start thinking about that, thinking about coming down, pitting with your team as well, you know, for the pit strategy.
Yeah.
And we're coming towards where, you know, you can pit and make. Oh no, Good Square down. Icot Rona nearly flips on the transition between the road course and the oval. Keeps it straight though.
And that's what I'm talking about. That random stuff, it just split them up.
Now that team's got to try and get back together. And Icot Rona is currently all the way at the back of the field, and Sleesher and Remy have to work together all by themselves. You want to start your season off on the right foot, and this is how you do it. And they're going to go 3 wide for second right now. Watch Blackstone Warden on the bottom. He might be able to get to the front here. He's got Remy and Sleesher behind him. They're going to go 4 wide, 5 wide now for 4th place.
That is not what you want to be doing. Still 5 wide. 4 wide now. Remy, Blackstone, Sleesher, and Chris.
Josh, going 5 wide like that, man,
that's dangerous.
That was dangerous. Very entertaining. They didn't mean to do it, but they certainly did not mean to do that.
What blows my mind
they just wanted to go 2 wide, but, you know, a couple of guys checked up, got out of line, and suddenly you got 3 cars abreast. Now you got 2 cars spinning. Shulk and Good Square. Looks like they're going to save it.
Yep.
And Shulk still spinning around. Hits Good Square again. No caution. And we stay green.
None of them let off when they went 5 wide.
Yeah.
They held on to it.
It looked like, none of them really let off. They all kind of stayed on it. Maybe a little bit of letting off to not get into the car outside of you or inside of you. But for the most part, it seemed like those guys were just holding things there, you know? Pushed inside of them. And AK Isaiah, I wonder if at some point during this race, we're going to see the leaders start trying to work the lanes like that. You see AK Isaiah going from a high side to the low side there. Blocking runs, laying down draft, you know.
You know, I got respect for Isaiah because it's not all the time that you just stay outside all the way through the corner to give that draft to everyone else on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
That was me, I dropped.
Yeah, usually the leader drops in the corner, even if they're coming up on the straights, if they're working lanes. And like that right there, you saw he held the outside line. He eventually did lose the lead, but that was a good little run there.
Mm-hmm.
And here comes Remy with B and C behind him. It's Chris Ball Paul. I really got to just start calling him Chris Ball Paul. I know the guy. But he changed his username again, or his display name again. But Sleesher is going to get Remy to the front, NASCAR MK, and you can see we got 4 Toyotas lined up there on the bottom.
I think he's going to try it. There it is.
Yeah, nope. And he spins it again. And now NASCAR's MK up and over almost in the pack.
Joel around as well. 3 cars backwards. 5 cars. Oh my God.
And Zane Detrain gets the air under the car. That's the big one right there. Lots of cars caught up in that one.
Ooh. We had 4 cars going backwards at one time.
Themselves all mixed out of sorts, and it's unfortunate as Remy goes into the outside wall. And right now,
it's that kind of stuff.
They're 3 wide, 4 wide for the lead right now. Sleesher goes up to get Blackstone Warden's push. And these Toyotas are really powerful, but the Fords seem to be better at linking themselves up. We saw that great move they pulled earlier where they all came out of lines in like sync. If we see that again, those guys can easily rocket past the Toyotas. But right now, nobody's linked up. Everyone's all 4-5 wide, and now they're spinning. Zane Detrain, NASCAR's MK.
Go backwards.
And up, the caution does come out. And I believe that was the race back, and they're going to wreck on the race back. And Blackstone Warden gets sent around by Shulk. You can say, oh no, we made more powerful, stronger, all the way. I like that. That is the kind of thinking I like. More horsepower,
bigger the better.
Craft. But yeah, I mean these runs are just massive, you know. And here comes a big push on the outside. Blackstone Warden's going to rocket around 2 cars from that. I'm really liking this package. The dual package was different, and this, honestly, if they keep this one going forward, I'd be very happy. This is a very nice package.
Yeah.
And Blackstone Warden on the outside now. We got 2 lines making it work. We were promised that, and we're getting it. And we only got, what, 41 to go now. So it's go time, I think. We're past halfway. No more pitting according to some of these drivers. So it might be time to get out there and go for it, you know?
Mm-hmm. You know, I want to look at that.
I'll note that NASCAR's MK has about 400 less fuel than everyone else in the field. I don't believe he'll be able to make it to the end if everyone else can.
Who's that?
But he'll probably pit under yellow if we get one. But we're 3 wide right now up at the front of the pack, and right now, I don't even know. We usually talk about our picks before the race and then about midway, but what are your picks right now as we get towards the closing stages of this race?
I mean, look at Sleesher, man. Look at him leading the race. He forced Good Square out of that groove, and I was wanting to talk about that. Because Good Square, he has not been leading much of this race, and I was really looking at him to make a big impact and really come out and do his very best. But
up on him, he was spending a lot of time tucked in behind other cars. You got to watch those temperatures, and that's put everyone on notice now, I think.
Yeah.
Because now we've seen a motor blow. It's no longer a hypothetical. Is it going to happen today? It's happened.
Yeah, it definitely has.
So it's going to be real interesting now seeing how people manage their temperatures. We got 2 really strong lines now. Sleesher on the inside with Commander Remy. That's a team car. Good Square also on Extreme Motorsports on the outside. Slides up there, lets Joel Musa and his Ford teammates by. So now we got 3 Fords and 2 Toyotas battling with each other. And, ooh, door banging a little bit. That smoke on the aprons from the previously blown engine of 8K Isaiah. He's going to go a lap down. He's currently on the back straightaway. Hopefully there will not be a LePage. There's been no LePage, thank God.
You're okay.
You're okay, yeah. It's always nervous when there's a car right on that yellow line that's got a problem of some kind. It's always nervous coming past them because you never know if they're going to lag and hook right or mad at you or something. So it's always scary. As Remy gets shuffled out, he's going to get a huge run here. Blackstone Warden's going to keep the lead, though. 3 wide in the pack. Blackstone Warden with a huge run on the bottom. Joel Musa now with the big run. Chris Paul, NASCAR's MK pushing. And things are getting really aggressive now. 2 wide, 3 wide at certain points in this group. And coming to the corner, you're seeing them slide up the track a little bit more as the tires were. You notice that?
Yeah, I mean, that's going to happen. You know, your car just can't handle, you know, the speeds that they're going at, and it starts drifting up a little more as you come out of the corner. But Remy fished down a little bit in the back. The right person to really want to help your teammate.
Yeah. And right now, it seems like the Toyotas are trying to make a move, according to our information, as we see that right there. Got Good Square pulling out a line there. And it's go time now, I think. I think we're going to start seeing guys trying to make moves on that outside line. Got Icot Rona pulling out a line. Nope, pulls back in. I think he's going to try and time it to get Good Square's push coming off the corner. 8K Isaiah with a bit of a squeeze there to Good Square. But, yeah, we see some moves being made back in the pack. Icot Rona currently, though. Ooh, it's a little bit squirrely there. And Remy is going to get passed by Sleesher. Ooh, he's squeezing him down.
Teammates fighting.
Ooh, man. All on the apron. Here's AK Isaiah sideways. Can he save it? Yes, he can. It's just frantic for the lead right now. Shulk on the outside with no help, though. Commander Remy tried to get down and get Sleesher herself. Huge push by NASCAR and fade Icot Rona.
And Sleesher must be feeling cheated right now.
Yeah, and right now, AK Isaiah, man, that was a great save, dude. That was incredible. And Commander Remy is going to get to the front right here. And NASCAR's MK just about caused a huge wreck with, I think he was going maybe 215 when he slammed into the guy in front of him going 180. I don't know how they didn't wreck, but everyone keeps it going. And now we see him moving on the outside like Good Square. He's got Joel Musa behind him. And we got NASCAR's MK and Commander Remy on the inside. But now Good Square's got a push from Blackstone. And these guys are getting real racy. It's going to be 11 to go this time by. Oh, that's dangerous right there. And they're 3 by 3 by 3.
Ooh.
That is incredible. Those 2 cars on the inside line, they're orphaned. Here comes Good Square, though, getting the lead. And they're going to go 3 wide for second. These guys are really stacking each other up right now. A couple of cars getting into each other's quarter panels. That's where things get really squirrely.
4 wide now.
4 wide.
NASCAR and Chris in the middle.
The smoke. But Remy holds the lead, followed by Sleesher, 8K Isaiah. And these guys are just racing their hearts out right now with 11 laps to go. And now everyone's going to file back in that line. That was a little bit of a frantic period. And now it's going to be time to, maybe settle yourself down just a little bit. Get ready for this finish.
Took Sleesher 2 laps to get back up into the front.
2 laps, man. He is just, it's like Dale, man. You can see the air. And oh no, he goes below the yellow line. I don't know how legal that was. 8K Isaiah gives him a big push. Guys, he kind of had to take it. But now Remy gets shuffled out of the groove. And here comes 8K Isaiah with a huge push by Blackstone. I think Sleesher, door slamming him. Dang. Blackstone Warren's going to push B and C Swag. 8K Isaiah past. Icot Rona turns Blackstone.
3 cars.
And car wheel hopping keeps it straight, though. And they're still wrecking. And that's going to be out there wrecking now. Chris Paul got sideways. Multiple cars up in the wall, nosing in. That's 5 cars involved in that incident there.
And how much do you think this is going to change up?
That's going to shake things all the way up. Not sure what was going on there. And here we go, coming to the green flag. Everybody's actually a bit shaken up because of that. Not quite as aligned as they usually would be. Green flag out in the air. 6 laps to go here at Daytona for the 250 here in Jackal.
Who's going to try and make a move?
I don't know. It looked like Chris Paul right there almost got underneath Shulk, but those two have got to work together if they want to have a chance of winning this thing, I think. With all these Toyotas out there, the 2 Fords near up the front have got to do all they can to get around them. Here comes the Extreme Motorsports move. Good Square and Remy on the outside. And Joel Musa helping out with the Fords on the bottom. See teammates really starting to get organized now. Sleesher holds that lead. But at any moment, he could slide up. Someone could pass him. Someone could go. I've got a motor blowing in the pack. It's Zane the Train.
Again, Zane.
That's the second time today. He was all the way at the back of the field, so nobody got caught up in that. But here comes Joel Musa to the inside line. They're 3 wide for the lead. Joel Musa.
Who is going to help?
He's got Remy behind him.
Help Sleesher.
But Sleesher and Chris Paul not aligned, almost wrecked there. Here comes B. Oh my God! Look at AK Isaiah with a huge run. Oh my goodness gracious!
He's got Chris behind him, but he's going to force Shulk down.
Beautiful. 4 wide now for back row. These guys are getting racy. 3 to go now at the line. He's got Remy on the inside, Sleesher on the outside now. 3 wide for second. Joel Musa cannot block 3 runs at once. He's trying his darndest.
Oh, he did it.
He's able to keep them all behind him. Big stack up in the field. Sleesher on the outside nearly wrecks. But now he's got Remy, NASCAR MK behind him. I don't think Joel can hold them off. He blocks down to the bottom. A bit of Logano blocking. Got a move coming on the high side.
NASCAR with the run now, too.
Yeah, this is getting real racy. Coming to the line. 2 to go this time. Big line on the bottom, though. It's going to be interesting to see if that high side can come alive. We saw them try it on the back there. Joel Musa just holding on right now. 2 to go.
Who's gonna be willing to take the risk on the last lap, take the outside, and make a run?
Exactly. Change your line, do anything on that last lap trying to get yourself. Here comes Remy on the inside. Musa bobbled. Oh no, he's gonna get turned Remy into the wall.
He's going backwards. Is he going to save it?
He's gonna keep it straight, but I don't think he's got a chance at winning this deal no more.
Sleesher's now leading with Shulk and Joel Musa with a run on the outside.
Here comes Isaiah, though. Big bump on the bottom. Didn't quite come, though. Remy got back into that pack. He's currently sitting pretty in 9th, I believe. As here they come. White flag in the air for the Daytona 250. They cross the line. One more time around. This is it. Who makes the move? Sleesher leading. He's got AK Isaiah behind him. Blackstone Warden as well. Chris Paul rides Shulk all the way up the racetrack.
Blackstone looking at it.
Paul running Shulk all the way up. Blackstone Warden pulls out a line. So here comes Isaiah. Trying to back it up to get a run. He gets the run from Icot Rona, but he pushes Sleesher. Coming to the checkered flag. See if someone gets a run on the outside. Sleesher pulls up the track. Icot with a late block across the field. And that is going to take a lot of cars out of this thing. Sleesher blocks it. Here comes Good Square on the bottom.
He's going to look at it.
Coming across the line. Good Square crosses first.
Good Square.
And we're going to hold on seeing if that's official because he did go all the way below the line there.
Wow.
I believe Sleesher did not force him. Big wreck crossing the start-finish line. See where everyone comes out here. And it's Good Square is going to burn it down here on the front straightaway. We're going to try and get him for an interview. That was just incredible.
Yep.
The chat went absolutely mad during that.